unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I
I
love
love
being
being
black.
black.
All right, good people. This is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser. I am live, uncut, and unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. I need you guys to come on in. Come on in. All right, we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on, people. A lot going on. When I tell you a lot going on, a lot going on. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hey, this is real. This is real, people. This is real. We got a lot going on. A lot going on. As I always say, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. We living in a good day and time. A lot of us, we are enjoying the fruits of our labor, working hard. We educated ourselves and all that, but we winning individually. But as a group, we're losing. All right, come on in. I appreciate you guys coming in tonight, and I want to do my best to bring truth and to speak truth to power. That's what I want to do tonight. And we want to expose the system. And we are in a system. Everything is systematic. And I want to bring things to the light. Some folks, you can point them in a direction and they'll still turn around and don't believe it. It's hard for them to believe what's right. But if I get on here telling a lie, oh my God, they'll run away with a lie so fast. They'll believe a lie so quick. We living in a bad day and a time with some folks, they don't want change. They think all this killing, all this shooting, all this backbiting and backdoing is what's expected. Oh, yeah. Some of us on both sides, on the Republican side and on the Democrat side, think that they're going to save us. One thing I can agree that we are our own solution. Yes, we are. Whether you like it or not. Black people, if we're going to get out of this rut that we're in, it's going to take us to get us out of it. We have to stop with the fake pain. And a lot of us will will cry, we'll cry for a week or two, then after we'll go on back to being normal again. People, we have to accept the truth. We have to live in the truth. We have to be honest with each other, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Check in where you're from. If you're from Chicago, check in. If you're from St. Louis, California, wherever you're from, check on in. Check on in. Make sure, do me a favor, people. Before we get started, I need my YouTube family to support what I'm trying to do. I need you to go on YouTube and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you don't do nothing else, go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Please do that. All right. Again, we're not on here begging for money. We're on here asking you just hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the comment button. The more the comments, the more the likes, the more the shares, we all good. All right. I want you guys to come on in. And Don't let nobody tell you I appreciate you. I would love to.
Chicago.
Okay. Thank you,
Has
Anonymous.
joined.
Hold on, Anonymous, okay? Anonymous,
Yeah.
do me a favor. Turn your
What?
turn your Facebook down or your YouTube. Turn it all the way off.
I muted it. Look, I muted it because you just said that. I didn't follow instructions.
Okay. I want you to do that. I want you to do that. Is it your
And I
first?
got you on speaker. It's working.
Okay, now sometimes it's gonna do an echo if you have it on speaker, but we'll see because it does an echo. You know, so what brings you here today?
You've been drinking.
No, I'm asking you, what brings you here today, ma'am?
I see the receipt on here.
Okay. And what about the receipt? You agree
You
with?
on TV because you talking to somebody else on TV.
Ma'am, I'm talking to you. So you trying, ma'am, you're trying. Listen. This is what you shouldn't do. I'm going to tell you now. All jokes aside, you're a grown person. This is what I need you to do. I need you to mute that YouTube off, okay? Because I'm talking to you. This is live, okay? And if you trying to listen to me and while you're watching at the same time, it's going to be a delayed. Okay, this is how it works. I'm telling you, if you want to talk, that's what you're gonna have to do. Don't watch the screen, mute it out because it's like a maybe 2 or 3 second delay. So that's how I'm telling you, this is how we do it now. If you want to talk, that's what you're gonna have to do.
I'm being petty. I'm sorry.
I mean,
You
you
don't even have to do all that. I was being petty.
okay, well, why are you being petty? I mean, come on, we're trying, this is a serious matter. We've been robbed, you know. I mean, you don't have to be petty. This is a serious.
I'm sorry.
Okay, your apology is accepted. You know,
You've been drinking.
I've been drinking some water. What you been drinking?
Oh.
I booted her right off. You right. You being so petty. A black sister being so petty. You are petty too. You are petty. We on here talking about having a real conversation, and you on here playing games, and our people out here dying, starving, can't get into a shelter, can't get any food stamps, the EBT cut off, and you playing a game. You know, we got to stop it, people. This is real. This is not make believe. This is real. This is real. This thing up on the screen, I put this up last year, went viral, is real. As a matter of fact, no calls anonymous. If you can't call with your number showing, I'm not accepting your call. Simple as that. I need some grown people to call in. If you're grown, you're welcome to call in. But if you want to play these games, go play them somewhere else. This is not the channel for you. I'm sorry. This is not the channel for you. This channel is for this is the school of no fools. This is what this channel is. We're live, uncut, and unedited. The school of no fools. We ain't no fools here. We know what's going on in our lives. And we know what we want. My question to black folks, when the undocumented immigrants came here, they were sleeping in the police station, in the bus airports, the bus terminals, wherever they were sleeping at. And a lot of you was having a lot of compassion. You said, leave those people alone. They ain't done nobody. They trying to have a better life. Then all of a sudden, when you found out the resources that they was getting, and you find out that you couldn't get them, then, and when I'm talking about you, I'm talking about black folks. You was mad at the undocumented. And see, black folks was brought to this country. Now, we was here already, but some of us was brought to this country and we wasn't given anything. Anything. I mean, absolute anything. Every black person in this country that's living now, we are We are descendants. Most of, not all of us, we are descendants of Africans. We are. Now, don't get me wrong, we was here. We was here. And right now, as I speak, they are planning to build affordable housing and everything. They plan to build affordable housing. They're planning to give low-income housing as well. They're making big companies hire the undocumented, especially in these sanctuary cities. So what's up? What's really going on, people? Look at this receipt that we got up here on this screen right here. Real talk. Look at this receipt. Look at this receipt. Now, some of you right now that receive EBT, they have cut your stamps down, your money down by $300 and $400. Here's a person that come into this country voluntarily, wasn't forced to come in this country. And guess what? They're getting all the resources. You said, well, Martin, cut it out. Cut it out. I was one of the first people on this live to tell people how much money they're getting. Nobody believed me. Nobody believed me. All that just a crime station. Stick to crime. But one thing I can say about me, I'm not a one-dimensional person. I can talk about crime, romance, finance, church, just about every subject that you want to talk about. Look at this receipt. Look, your little black self was brought over here. You got to go through all types of loops and holes to get some resources. Now, you got a people that can't speak the language. If they can't speak it, they can't read it. And if they can't speak it or read it, you know they can't write it. But they can come over and get all the resources. It's real. This right here is not no make-believe. This is not make-believe at all. This is not make-believe. This is, listen, people, this is the school of no fools. That's where we at. We at the school of no fools. We got those of us that live here in the city of Chicago, we have a Democratic city, a Democrat governor, a Democratic mayor. We've been voting Democrat for the last 60 years here in the city of Chicago, in the sanctuary city of Chicago. And look at our communities. Black people, they are building affordable homes in your neighborhood. And you're not getting housing. You got to jump over loops and hurdles in order to get housing. Black people, do you know they have special job fairs for the undocumented migrants? Did you know that? Did you know that? Now that all the money is running out, a lot of these hospitals are not accepting migrants if they're not insured. They turn them around. Turn them around. This is real. This is not fake. This is not make-believe. They have told the migrants that black people are lazy. And any undocumented person that's listening to me, no matter if you're a Jamaican, Belizean, Haitian, Trinidadian, whatever you may be, Venezuelan, whatever you may be. When you hear that story that black people are lazy, this is what I'm going to tell you. We just don't want to work for free no more. We lazy when we don't want to work for free no more. We know our worth. We know our worth. We know our worth. We know our worth. You may not know your guys' worth, but we know our worth. Black people, we have to stand together. I'm telling you, people, a lot of us work around each other. We can't stand each other's guts. We won't help a brother. We won't help a sister. It's so much envy, jealousy, and strife. Do you know a person that is so angry and so mean, they never have nothing good to say about nobody? I'm afraid of a person like that. That's always uptight, always bitter, hateful, jealousy in their heart, malice in their heart, envy in their heart. That's a dangerous man or woman. You better run for your life. That's one that would take your life. I'm telling you. People, everybody hate black people. And we so try to be so accepting of others. They hate us. It's like this. Have you ever had a friend, no matter if you're male or female, that was low key in competition with you? You notice you go out and buy a new car, he go out and get a new car. You notice you get a new outfit, she go get her new outfit. You notice you move and purchase you a home, he go purchase him a home in low-key competition. That's what I'm talking about. We all have people around us always competing. And I'm going to tell you, the other races are out here competing for resources. They are willing to get you fired. They are willing to make you look bad on the job. They are even willing to agree with your enemy to take you down. You said, Martin, I don't want to hear all that black power talk. You want to hear when the white folks fire you, then you want to become black power. That reminds me of Brandon Johnson, whom I voted for, and I don't regret voting for him. But Brandon, when you had all that money and you was slinging all the millions around here in the city of Chicago, you wasn't talking like the way you're talking now. Now the money has ran out. Now you black power now. I love being black. And the only thing you talking about is affordable homes, affordable housing. But I want to tell you, Mr. Mayor, we need home ownership. You need to push that. Home ownership. That's what you need to point out. That's real talk. Affordable housing.
Has joined.
Yes. All right, Ro, how you doing?
Hi.
How are you? First time caller?
I was calling in. Yes, I am a first time caller from Louisiana.
Thank you. How did you find out about this program? Just roll across the internet or somebody told you
Just
about
watching YouTube.
Okay. All right.
Just watching YouTube.
All right. Well, come on, talk to us. Tell us what your thoughts and comments, and let's hear it. I'm ready to hear it. Ready to hear it.
Okay. Well, my thoughts are Black people are their own worst enemy.
Uh-oh.
From the time, yes, yes, from the
872-299.
time,
That's right. Hold on, man. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Or 872
That's the number, the call-in number.
297 6389.
Okay, go ahead, my dear sister. Y'all heard her. Go ahead.
all right, from the time of slavery in Africa. How did we get here? We were betrayed by our own people. Number one. Now that we're over here, all we want to do is get along with everyone. And people don't want to get along with us. But black people want to be nice. Oh, and all the time they're stabbing you in your back. And then they go, well, they hardworking people, and they need to be somewhere too, and this and that. They don't work any harder than you. That is a myth that has been thrown into the mix. Yes,
Tell the
yes,
truth.
me too. Yeah,
And shame the devil.
Go ahead, my sister. Don't
that's
stop.
right.
Let us have it. Keep on with it.
I was a Democrat from the time I turned 18. Couldn't wait to vote for Edwin Edwards, who ended up being a crook in Louisiana, going to prison for years. But I couldn't wait because everyone was a Democrat. The Democrat and all of those, Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, all those people didn't do anything for us but make themselves rich. And we got nothing out of it. Joe Biden, what did he do for the Asians? They got a crime bill. Did we get a bill? No. From Joe Biden and so-called Jamaican Kamala? No. And you could talk till you blue in the face, and black people are just not going to listen. And that's why those people come here and do better than we do. Every ethnic group has always done better than us. They could come here with 2 quarters and a nickel. And believe me, they're going to be 22 and a half in the house, be pregnant every year. And just like that EBT says, that's how you get all their money. So I just had to say my piece.
Let me ask you a question. Dear sister.
Sure.
It sounds like you have some experience and you have seen some things. Are you mad at the immigrants because of the resources they're receiving, or they shouldn't, or you just don't want them in the community? Well, I mean, it's really tell me what bothers you, what triggers you about the undocumented immigrants. I just want to know. This is a question I'm just asking.
Well,
go ahead.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, I'm not mad at immigrants in general, but I am pissed at the illegal ones, because just like in order to drive a car, you have to be legal. You have to have a driver's license. There's a legal way to get to the United States of America. And the people who stay on a waiting list, pay money to get here, what about them?
Okay. Now,
there's a way to do everything. A legal way and an illegal way. And one more thing, I'm sorry. One more thing that really gets me is how they say, oh, they're separating families. Let me tell you something. My children are grown. But if I would have ever been driving in the car with my children after robbing a bank, what you think they're going to do with me? They're going to separate me from my children because I did what? Robbed the bank. So I don't understand why they always talk about they separating families, No, they separated their own families when they came over here illegally and got caught and need to go back.
Wow. Deep. Well,
and I'm quite sure People gonna talk about me, but hey, it is what it is, and one day we'll learn.
Yeah. Now, hold on a second. 609, area code 609. You need to hold on to listen to the prompts. Do not hang up earlier. You have to listen to all the prompts before you can get in. Just you have to listen to the prompts. For those of you first-time callers, when you call in, you'll hear a voicemail. It's instructions and telling you how to and what to do in order to talk to me on this live. All right, it's real simple instructions, okay? Real simple instructions. Ma'am, are you familiar with Dr. Claude Anderson?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, Dr. Claude Anderson told us probably 25 years ago before this was happening. What was we thinking about?
Yes, he did.
What was we thinking about?
Yes, he did.
This is real.
He tried to warn us. That's right. He sure did.
He came into the
He
church.
said,
go ahead, sister.
that's right. And that's another another gimmick from Black people. The church. I mean, if you read back all the way from when Margaret Sanger started her abortion, wanted to, you know where she went to, huh? She went to the pastors. I guess it was preachers back then. That's where she went because she knew that most of those people are snakes in the grass.
Ooh.
And she knew just what to tell them, and that's what she did. And she went to the churches and convinced the preachers to teach to they flock on this, contraception and this and that and all this kind of stuff. But it came from her, and the Black preachers were the ones who helped her. It's all kind of stuff where when those people find out that they have gullible people, they will take advantage of you every which way they can. And they are not your friends. Believe me, they're not. And Black people want to get along with everyone, and getting along with everyone has got these people to come over here and be more, 15%? And here we are, been here all these years, and we 13%? How does that happen? It's unbelievable.
Wow. And you know what? You answer this question for me. How could a person that doesn't speak the language, so if they can't speak it, that means they can't write it, and if they can't write it, they can't read it, and come over here and outfox us. And outfox us. How is that?
Because they have help that we never got, number one. I have never heard of anybody being able to be free housing, free babysitting, free food, and all of this kind of stuff. No taxes and everything else that they give them, bilingual education, all this kind of stuff. We don't get any of that.
Okay. All right.
You know, from the time you get a job at McDonald's, you start paying taxes.
Right.
Free housing, free
Right.
babysitting.
Okay, hold on. 609. I am gonna hang up on you. You ain't gonna talk on here. 609. 609. I need you to turn down your volume in the background.
Okay.
Just put your phone on mute. Turn off. No, just turn off your Facebook.
My phone on mute.
Yeah, put your phone on mute. I'll call you in a second. We're still talking. Okay, 504. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's just, that's how they can do it. I mean, I don't understand. How is it that how could you go to a country and they provide you with ways to take the driver's ed test? They provide you with ways to fill out applications. How does that happen? If I leave and go to any other country, if I don't speak their language, they're going to look at me like, But we're so accommodating. Just accommodate everyone. And in all this accommodation, we as Black people get screwed. And didn't you feel good?
Okay.
I hear what they're saying.
I don't know what's going to happen with us. I don't know what's going to wake us up, but I know one thing, listening to the Democrats and all of those Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson, he done played out now, and all the new ones, that old crazy,
Hold on, ma'am.
Preacher Brian.
Ma'am, hold it, ma'am. Listen, anybody that's calling this show,
turn the show up.
Yeah, no,
Make it fun.
Listen, no, it's not. Anybody that's calling, okay, anybody that's calling me anonymous, I would not be accepting your call. Period. Okay.
Oh, I'm not anonymous.
No, I know you're not. I know who they are. I just hung up on them, and I'm just telling you, this is not a game. Go find you a toy to go play with.
Sure not.
This is real. Our people are suffering. You wonder why your son's out there doing drive-by shootings and snatching and grabbing because you're so silly.
Right.
You silly. And their children is been going to city colleges and graduating and getting the jobs.
That's right. That's right.
You don't understand.
And look at you funny.
And you know, listen, people, let me just tell you something. Some of you parents, and I'm not just talking to the mothers, to the fathers, shame on you guys. Shame on you. You don't want to parent your child. You don't want to pay no attention to them. You want to just give them a video game. You want to hand them a tablet. You want to hand them a telephone and let them fend for themselves. Shame on you. You letting the TV and the internet raise your sons and daughters. Period. This is not a joke.
That's right.
We're not on here smoking blunts. We're not on here shaking and clapping, booty clapping. I don't care who you was sleeping with. This is not the Hollywood wives and none of that. That's not none of this. It's not a dating platform. So true. If you can't come on here with some truth and all that, I don't want to hear from you. And do me a favor. Just scroll along and just keep going. That's it. Let me go to 609. Hold on, 504. 609, come on. Unmute your phone. 609, I'm calling for you. 609.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, ma'am?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, this is what I need you to do. Turn down your phone, turn down your Facebook or YouTube, whatever you're doing, but I can hear you.
I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you on the phone. What I'm just saying, okay, go ahead, ma'am, talk.
Okay, let me speak some great wisdom. I'm 64 years old. This is the first time in my entire life. I'm a anonymous type of person on Facebook or whatever because I'm on here for mission legacy as far as our ancestors. I want to say this. I want you to look at this. My tree will know my fruits, what they bear. If you look at it, when we as Black people were nurturers, many are called, few are chosen. When we used to be the ones that took over the farms, we weren't sick. If you look at it now, if you buy some vegetable within 3 days or more, it's poison. You can see it's ready to throw out. So which means that we are the ones, we are the true nurture. You cannot be successful not unless you come through us. Why do you think they come in the neighborhood? The white man did it. And then all these foreigners come over here. And at the end of the day, they can nurture the world. We did this. We nurture the world. Everything we pick, God bless us. You see? And it's a whole lot where our people, they are losing. See, this is the thing. Our young people and stuff like that, back in the days, they probably had one bare aspirin. When we grew up, one bare aspirin for one fever. All the stuff they're putting out here is early, indoctrinating and grooming these younger people. They are on here. They are giving them vaccine shots. And the vaccine shots is irrelevant. And I tell you one thing that I know, and I believe that God gave me this gift. It's that when they came out with the COVID, if you notice, the COVID affected a lot of younger people, grew athletic between the age of 20 to 25, so they won't have kids. Now, what do that tell you? It sounds like the stuff that Viagra will be in that substance. They're giving them heart attack, they drop dead. It's just like an older man. It was made for an older man. You understand his blood to flow for erection. A younger man don't need that. So why did they drop dead? Most of them drop dead off a heart attack. God has gave me so many vision about this. I was prepared. I was prepared many years. So everything that these people out here touch is cursed. And this is here, if we not praying, because all our fruit and vegetables, when did you ever know 2 or 3 days? You understand what I'm saying? It's poison. The vegetables, the food is poison. It's telling you. These are the people. They brought their gods, everything against our God. And it's cursed. And this is the first time I've never, but I had a voice for many years to speak. And I'm saying, and another thing we got to get back into, the young black men to find beauty in their women. They talk about this woman got 7 different kids by 7 different fathers. If it wasn't for her, our population would be down. You can talk about that woman that got all these different baby daddies, but she's still fruiting a black child. If it wasn't for her, it's time for our people, our black men, to find beauty. Get away from the flesh. And because everything there is, now they want a lot of black men, they don't mind the Mexican or foreigner men to go somewhere because they find beauty in their women. Let the women stay, but let them go. You know, and this here is a distraction. It's a flesh attack. Our black women, they're wearing weavings. They're trying to compete, you know, and it's so expensive. The lash, everything that a foreign woman has, they trying to compete to meet up. Or if it's not enough, now they turn on each other and then they become homosexuals. Now, for the black man, you got to realize y'all are spreading y'all seed all the way around, and and they proud. You can't be proud. Back in the days, it was the force. The white women forced the black men, slavery, the black woman. Now the black man is giving up willingly, and we know God has blessed them down there. We were talking it out down there. That even it's just a fantasy for these women to see what it's like. They heard about it. Some it's not really into black men. A lot of white women, they just want the fantasy, and then once you there, it becomes a drug. So we need to get back into the part where you find our black women as queens. No bees and all this kind of stuff. We got to find that queen, how she speaks, what she speaks about. That's the real positive thing. And this the first time I had to, and this is something I don't do because I'm 64. I don't know, when I'm going to leave this earth, but some type of legacy I got to leave behind. So what I do is I talk to a lot of young women how to be wives, how to preserve yourself to a man. You understand what I'm saying? You supposed to be, you got to be his imagination, things he imagined. You don't show him everything. You understand there's no imagination. Men like to imagine things. How to be wife and submissive. Be quiet. Stop speaking loudly over a man. Let a man lead and be a man. So, but when they go to other races, they do that. Like these foreigners and stuff like that, they're out here crying and screaming about their men. Don't take them away. But you know one thing? They know that their men are pedophiles. So it's about the money. It ain't about love with them. See, us, when we know you a pedophile in our family, we got to get rid of you. See, them, they knew that these men been pushing drugs and been pedophile for so many years. But they'll stand out there and protest. Leave them alone, hard working. That's that scene. But behind the door, you already know that.
Let me ask you a question,
now,
man.
I really appreciate it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Now, how do you feel about the undocumented immigrants coming here and getting resources? Are you upset with them getting the resources? Because I remember when they first started coming here, I know you're probably not in Chicago, but some of the sanctuaries. So some people they welcome them. They welcome the immigrants. But then once they found out the money they was getting, everybody had an attitude. So what's up with that? How you feel about that? What's your take on that?
Okay, my take on. I'm a Philadelphian. Okay,
Okay,
my
no
take
problem.
on
No
that.
problem. You still
That was that was the worst. Let me tell you something. That was the worst thing that ever happened. I think about Johnny Cochran. Basically, before he passed away, when he did the O.J. Simpson type of thing, he had a thing for reparation, whatever the case may be. And we all was get ready to get on one accord. Forget the Black Caucus and all these other people. Let me tell you something. That was the worst thing that ever could happen to our Black community with these undocumented people come to steal, rob, or whatever, and they look us in our face. We go to we go to the corner store. They're looking at us. A document is supposed to be a placement. That's the worst thing. And let me say something to you. As far as Trump or whatever the case may be, I'm saying for this time, everybody better take the advantage because one thing he did for the Black community, he shut that down. He removing them. And if we don't get in place as Black people right about now, where they come from, they come to rob and take everything there is. Because we the lower of the population. Don't get it twisted. They're almost out.
That's something to say.
Has joined.
Okay, hold
They're
on, ma'am.
almost outnumbering the white.
Hold on, ma'am. Listen, ma'am. If you call with your number showing. If you call anonymous, I am not going to allow you to speak. Period. I'm not going to allow you to speak. Okay, go ahead, ma'am. I'm sorry. See, this is not a game.
So they're policing us at the end of the day. This is the worst thing that could ever happen. Let me tell you something. Our people, I'm speaking tears rolling out my eyes. This is like they say, last call for alcohol before they close the door. I don't care about, you can't stop the billionaire, this man being he was a billionaire before he got in office. All these billionaires, of course, you got to have people with money to do what they need to do. And I'm trying to tell you something. If he were not here, if we don't get it together, we got 3 years to get it together. We woke up and these men looking at these women, big booties and all this beauty stuff. It ain't time to be distracted, brothers. These undocumented people, they came to take everything. They set them up from the door. So it's the worst thing that ever happened to Black people. You talking about segregation and DEI, and they are adopting all the benefits. They're reading. And now got our young men on all these synthetic drugs. They got to smoke a blunt. They got to do this. They got to do that. So they're not in the right side of mind. But I'm going to tell you one thing. And God bless. I got tears to my. I mean this. This is the last, like they say, last call for alcohol. We better wrap it up. Because they almost had us. They outnumbered. They start alpha is the bad thing when we had kids by different fathers, even though they got kids by the same father. It's a business for them. The more kids you getting bigger check. Look. Who get that kind of amount of food stamps? Somebody with 20 kids? Like, how do you get that amount? So I'm going to say, as far as undocumented, and I'm telling you now, this is the last call. Wake up, brothers and sisters. If God going to get them out of here, it's time for unite, start having our kids, get together and stuff. We got to do it. Because this is it for us. Okay? The foundation, FBA, all that don't mean nothing. Where we at right about now, this was the worst thing that happened. Let me tell you something. Trump seen it. One thing that Trump seen, he's American first. So he know that Black slavery that was here, and he know the white man was here. He don't have a problem. He have a problem. All y'all coming from different things. No. You're not going to take everything for these Black people. They work hard, but we don't see it. They see him as a rich white man. This man didn't pick his parent. This man did not ask to be born with a silver spoon. So he was, but he's here. And I'm telling you, this will be the last that our Black people, if we don't get it together, I don't mean no harm. Whatever resources, we don't got the money to fight. We don't have the backing. But God is using him for us. So I see all the stuff he's doing. He's getting these people out of our community. He's doing what he's doing. Stop them from draining resources or whatever. That's it. Because where they at? In the Black community. That's it. So this is our wake-up call, baby. And all the mothers better be praying, mothers, wives. Pray for your husbands. Pray for your kids. I tears rolling down my eyes. And I'm telling you, baby, this is the last of us. If we don't get it together and wake up and see all this was designed and programmed, they put them in their community, they give them loans, everything, and look you in the face, and you at the corner and say, hey, Poppy, hi. Like you are doing us a favor. Only two things that they allow, and that's the church and a barbershop. And now they take it over a barbershop. And one thing I want y'all to pay attention to. Look at since all these evil spirits, all these things have combined into our community. I watch young men in the 20s, in the age of their 20s. They are bald or gray. And when I grew up, I'm 64. I didn't see somebody bald until they were 75. These young men, it's evil spirit. No, think about that. Men are getting weave-ins, losing their hairline. Think about that. And the women take their wig off, they're bald too. Mostly everybody, and that's every nationality, the white, blacks, all of them. But you don't see the foreigners, you don't see no black eye. We know when a wife has been abused. Where's their black eyes? They're not losing no hair. So I'm going to say that, and I just want y'all to really my heart go out to us, baby. We've got to wake up now. You know, we had praying mothers and grandmothers, and the churches, we can't go to we are the church. The church is just a building of people, whatever they do in it doesn't represent us. And I thank you so much for that. But I just want us to wake up, baby, start finding beauty in that black woman. Tell her take that wig off, say some prayers, put the oil together, and bring that alpha out and get out of it. Being a doctor, because what they do is when they bring these weave-ins, they bring spirits. Like the Indians and stuff where their hair grow, it's a sacrifice, it's a ritual, and then they sell it. But when they sell it, whoever goes use their hair, they bring in spirit. That's why so much anger in our black community. It's the spirit, it's the witchcraft, it's all that is combining. And that's all I'm saying for us. We gotta pray, baby. Okay, and I thank you so much, and I'll be quiet.
Okay, thank you so much for that wonderful comment. Area code, actually 0409, last four digits. You're next. What's your thought or comments? And we're talking about this. We talk about the resources. This is proof that the migrants, undocumented migrants, are getting resources. Yeah. Hey, caller, how you doing?
0409.
Sure. Yes. You're next. You're live, uncut.
That's the last four digits of my phone number.
And I'm talking to you. All right. Come on with it. Come on.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
You text me. I rewind it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you for checking me.
Okay.
First and foremost, I don't have any children.
Okay.
Because generational wealth. As hard as these double hockey sticks, I don't want to cuss on your show.
Please don't.
Because I did. I called. I'm anonymous. I'm Chicago.
Okay.
But I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. So what I want to say, first and foremost, I don't have any children. So what affects, I can go down a rabbit hole, but I'm not going to go there. And this receipt of these food stamps, the government is shut down. But the government being shut down, nothing shut down in my life. I don't depend on the government. I'm not an out of wedlock woman. I don't have any children. What anybody got to say about that? The middle-aged woman like me. Then, since everybody got so much to say, we want to talk about the undocumented, the illegals, the aliens, whatever you call them. We would call that nothing to do with me. But when the government is shut down, did it affect you? It definitely didn't affect me. They just, I did. I called. I was I asked if you were drinking. I was drinking. I smoke weed. You got my phone number. You can do a trace on all that shit. That's not what matters. It's a big problem where an undocumented, somebody who swam overseas, the shit they do to get here, I can respect it, but I don't honor it when it said they spent $18. Look what they bought: tissue, bread, bologna. You hear me? We too good for bologna. We want pastrami. This is my problem. They got a new balance of EBT, 7,600. This is 2024. This is a year ago. Give me some metadata from today. We got AI. We got real big shit to deal with.
Okay.
But they worried about
hold it.
7,000.
Let
me ask you
Hold it, ma'am.
Hold on.
Ma'am, I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk.
Ain't no ma'am. Ain't no question asked.
This is my show. Hold on, ma'am. Listen. I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you. You don't want to listen? You've been drinking. You've been smoking too much weed. Sound like you're Hispanic. Anyway, but I want you to talk, but you ain't gonna overtalk me now. You're not gonna overtalk me, ma'am. You're not gonna do that. This is my show, and this show is open to the public. But what you're not gonna do, you're gonna come on here and loud talk me. Now I'm gonna let you talk, but you're gonna talk when I ask you to talk, or else you're gonna get hung up on again. Now I asked you first time not to call me anonymous. You call me anonymous. Now I have your phone number. Your phone number is not gonna go no further than this. I'm not gonna put no trace on you. I don't even want to know who you are. I just want to ask you a question. That's all I wanted to do. Now, let's get back to her. Are you ready to behave yourself now? All right. You want?
Ain't no behave myself.
Yeah, you want? Are you a Mexican? Hold it, ma'am. Slow down. You've been smoking weed or something? What you been smoking? Slow down. I'm not screaming at you.
I've been drinking. I've been on a booth on the ground.
Okay.
You from 63rd.
Okay. Wherever I'm from, don't make no difference.
You know that bullshit. Somebody said
okay.
Shit.
Listen, ma'am. Are you going to talk? Okay, ma'am. Are you going to let me talk, or you going to let me hang up on you? Which one you want me to do?
This your shit. You hung up on me already. I'm with the shit.
Okay. All right. Well, good night. Good night.
Petey.
Go. Good night. All right. We got a new caller, 6650. Come on, y'all. 6650.
This is Buck here, man. You got to screen your caller like she done smoked out tonight.
Yeah, she done smoked out. Now she had too much stuff. Too much. She's not invited.
Yeah, she said she was a smoker, but
yeah, I don't know about that. That's more than smoking. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
go ahead,
but
Buck.
she ain't on the whole different page. But here we go. When we look at the whole thing, we look at the whole picture for us, and just if you take a minute just to just marinate on it, we come out of slavery. We've been mistreated all kinds of ways. Even then, when they put us in projects, do you realize what that is about? They just keeping us where they can keep a control over us.
Mm-hmm.
They control how far we go on jobs. They control how much money we make. Everything we have is conditioned for them, and then these politicians come at us lying, and the preachers talking about how they gonna help our life, which they all they're doing is poverty pimping, getting us controlling us even more. Because every time we have a shooting, even back in the day, a few years ago, when Jeffrey Van Dyke shot that young boy, they had to get together all the preachers and all the black leaders to sit down and calm us down before we tear this place up. They don't never want us to get together on something that means something. Every time we try to build, they tear it down. You go back from Tulsa, Oklahoma, from the Gap Band, that's where they from, Tulsa, Oklahoma, where they name off the streets in around that area. And everywhere we build up, they tear it down. They never want us to be together. And then they bring foreigners in on top of that. And anybody that come here is always going to be over us. We go from second class, third class, now we probably sixth class. Because then every time you got these so-called Al Sharptons and Jesse Jackson, who I used to be a fan of, not really seeing what he was standing on. He nothing but a poverty pimp too. And all they do is Al Sharpton, FBI informant. None of these cats really got our best interests. All they doing is cashing in checks and making sure they family and they people good. but the greater good of our foundational Black Americans are always going to be trampled over. Everybody that come here with the concept they're going to be better than us. The only people they want, like I seen his brother, he a Muslim brother, I think his last name Muhammad, a young brother, he clean cut dude, he always rap. All we can do is jump, sing, dance, and entertain them. That's all the things they keep us around for. They got everything we look at. Everybody that has the information like D.L. Hughley, Smiley, all these people are entertainers on the payroll already. Ain't none of them cats got an independent thought ideal, and they ain't free. Like you say, you a free brother, Martin, because you don't have no entities you are responsible to get your money to you. When you work for yourself and independent, you ain't got to answer these white men and the higher ups, because if you step out of line like the NBA, like the young brother Kyrie Irving had posted something on his Facebook a year ago about something about, it's called Exterminate the Brutes. It's a series on YouTube, and it was about exterminating Indians and Black Americans, which he's both of them. And then the Jewish, and he said something about the Jewish people in the picture, and they started saying Kyrie Irving was anti-Semitic, and right away on the NBA program, Shaq and Barkley, who brought him paid, they talking about he an idiot and all that. So last year during the playoffs, before he got hurt, he was in the studio with them, and they looked him dead down and couldn't say nothing to Kyrie Irving because they told what kind of people they are. He a real brother. And when he stood in front of them, Shaq or Charles Barkley couldn't say nothing from him, and so they felt stupid because right away, to keep their job, they got to go with the Jews and say everybody that say something negative about them is anti-Semitic. And you got to be Semitic, you got to have color. So the ignorance of our people is always controlling us because we don't know shit from Shadola. I'm sorry I cursed. That ain't my style, but I had to break it down like that. I ain't gonna get like the smoke on the before caller. But the key is we got to realize all the stuff that happened to us. I'm talking about from slavery. If you sit down and just think about it, everything they do is purposely to hurt us. They ain't never had a good intention for it. Unless you got a purpose to make them happy. During the pandemic, all they wanted is us to play basketball and football to make their life better. Because all they do is use us for entertainment purposes. They don't never want to see us prosper and hear our true intellect in life. We all are pawn to them. And the only people they're going to use to put it against us is these poverty pimps, Jesse, Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, all these, Travis Smiley, all of them is on the payroll. To see their perspective to speak of on that side. When you talk about Trump, I don't know Trump from a can of corn, but I get to believe he ain't as bad as they say. I know one thing about him, he's a sex fiend. He could be with Diddy and the rest of them, but I know he ain't no racist. There's a difference between a sexist and a racist. He got problems with sex. He got issues. But as far as being racist, he about that money. And any way he get it, that's how he gonna get down.
Nobody's perfect. Let's go.
Right, because the way they tag people, and once they give you a name, everybody, I know people right now, I couldn't even post on Facebook. Everybody thinks if you post something positive in Trump, they'll all use a sellout. Man, come on now. We are so short-sighted on things because we only look at what their perspective. With D.L. Hughley, Roland Martin, and other fools that ain't got nothing but money on their mind, and they going to give us the perspective in the Breakfast Club. All that stuff is to keep our mind distracted off reality and keep us foolish. Foolishness is what they keep us going.
Brother Buck,
so,
let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Before you go, Brother Buck,
go ahead.
Tell me, who can you trust that's black? I mean, you named all these negative, all these people that they not right, but who it got if it's some wrong people, it got to be some right people out here that's standing on truth.
Well, I look at the people that ain't in the money. That's when you got to see the grassroots people. Like some people you have, like the brothers like Mark Carter, or people out here that's really working like that. Other brother, older brother, what's the artist dude you have on there sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Cats that got thoughts and issues. They not about money. See, everybody, young people and old, is all about the money. I met a sister some years ago. Right, and all they were saying, they taking pictures of Rahm Emanuel. Rahm Emanuel don't give a damn about no black people. Yeah, I mean, just because it's like being starstruck. When you see a famous person or somebody with money, we try to attach ourselves to them like that's gonna make us some value. Like I said, I was a believer in the beginning of Jesse. I went to Push, and I'm gonna share this with you. I'm gonna get off the line. When I went there, and this is about 25 years ago, I was telling my people, I said I want to get involved. So I go to Operation Push. I listened to stuff. Reverend Meeks was down there at the time, And then at the end of it, he said, everybody want to give $25 getting this line. Anybody want to give $50 getting this line? Anybody got $100 getting this line? Anybody got $500 getting this line? And I saw right then and there, that ain't nowhere I want to be. Because if you always classifying people about what money they giving and who giving money and being seen giving that money, what you do in the dark for the greater good is not supposed to be exposed for all the people. So if you're about helping people, you ain't looking for no credit. I believe like brothers like Dick Gregory, who was a good brother, and other brothers that probably not here no more, Dr. CB, it's the brothers that's trying to build with us. The ones that's doing that, they ain't going to be around too long because the people that control this, they don't want no positivity, even bringing in knowledge to the young people. They want us to be destructive. Self-destructive is the number one thing. Like the other day, I was talking to a young brother. He up here trying to kill people without even having a clue why he want to do that. It's just some of the stuff don't make no sense. And I've been seeing trusting people is one thing. Brother like Harold Washington was a good brother. He tried to help us out, but then as soon as he died, everybody scrambled around and went back to the plantation, looking which white man gonna put them on their payroll. So we don't have nobody, and everybody's scared to step out on their own. So I'll just say it like this, and I'm gonna wrap it up like aluminum foil. If you look at people that's got money already, all they want is more of it. So they'll do anything to get of it. So we can't have leadership that's people that's in the football league, people on the comedy scene, or somebody singing and dancing for white folks. We need somebody that's a knowledgeable, educated, self-person that don't care nothing about money and whatever. It's about materialism in this world. This is a capitalistic world. And if you get caught up in it, you done, because everybody thinking about, everybody come here looking for capitalism. They thinking that this is the American dream. You come here and you're going to be a rich person and then your life is happily ever after. But it's too many poor people that's starving and getting trampled over. They're never going to see that dream come true. And like Dr. King said, he had a dream, but the thing was, at the end, he tried to get us the money they owed us, and they wasn't finna do that one. So the key, as long as you're talking about getting in a white restaurant, okay, we losing our hotels and restaurants because we go to live in their hotel, we going to shop at their store, we going to eat at their restaurant. Now we ain't got nothing black now. So I believe, like you said, we got to be black and proud, love ourselves, and try to work with each other. Because if you look at the people they put in front of us, those are picked people. Our politician, Obama, another one is picked. Obama was our fear guy, couldn't even beat Bobby Rush in the Congress job and running for Congress. Now he's the president of the United States. So how did that happen? He didn't have the money or the resources. They pushed him up there. So it's all about pick a nigga, and that's what they do. And God bless everybody. Peace.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. People, I'm taking some calls, 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. And look at the screen, and we got two new callers coming in, and this is real, people. Black people, we're being left behind. And I always play Dr. Claude Anderson. I have to play him. People. And we're going to play him. Mm-hmm. And he told us, listen to this, people, listen up. I hope my listeners can hear it. Sometimes it sound far away, but just hold on if you can't hear it properly.
Everything that blacks were producing went to Wall Street then. And now that all that money that's amassed on Wall Street is still producing unearned income. All that money is producing a regular salary for people. It's in stocks and bonds and dividends. They don't have to work. Never had to work. But we're going to talk about that later on. So what I'm saying now is that you're going to have this massive influx of immigrants into the country that are better equipped. They don't have your legacies. They don't have your disadvantages. They're walking across the border. They're going to get a free lunch. They don't have to pay dues. But you got public policies in this country that are equating them to black folk. They're equating them to black, and what we've allowed them to do, starting in 1970, is to wrap themselves in black folks' suffering and pretend somehow they suffered along with black folk. And therefore, whatever program is created under this misguided label called minority, that they are equal to you and over you. And we're going to deal with that whole concept of minority in a few minutes too. So that's the problem with the influx of immigrants. And what they are doing is coming into the country and doing what we've never been allowed to do and we've never been bright enough to do in some senses, is to build your own communities. You got to build your communities. You see, every group Every group that when they leave their homeland, the last thing they do is look in the mirror. They look in the mirror and says, I'm going to America. And I'm going to go to America. I'm going to find me a community or neighborhood. Or I'm going to build one with people who look like me. And so that's why you go all over this nation, where they're coming out of Asia. You will find Vietnamese towns all over California, little Cambodias. You'll find a Chinatown in every major city. You'll see the Hispanics come in. They'll build a little Mexico, a little Havana, a little Hialeah. You go up, you find little Italys, French towns, German town, Greek town, Polish town, but you cannot find one black town. And we are the only people that keep trying to integrate. We are the only people, rather than looking in the mirror and saying, I see somebody that looks like me, I want to go find and build me a community of people who look like me. We are doing just the opposite. That's your second problem, is inappropriate behavior of black folk. We keep looking in the mirror and says, I want to get away from everybody that looks like me. You can't have any power and wealth doing that. If you don't have a community, you cannot rebuild Los Angeles without a black community. If I cannot come in this city, you can tell me where every black lives, where he stays, where he works. You don't have a community. And all of you that want to go in business, don't waste your time. You cannot start a business and operate without a town or community. Why can't you do it? Because without a community, you have no market. If you don't have a market, every black gonna go by your store at 200 miles an hour heading for the suburbs and heading for the malls. And that's why you got this major displacement of capital out of the black neighborhood. And I tell black folk, if you want to go in business today, don't do it. Give me the money. I need it. Because you're going to go bankrupt. 80% of all black folk that go into business under the present system, you will go bankrupt within 2 years. You will lose your money within 2 years because you don't have a market. And see, that's how the other groups function. They have their own markets, their own communities. And we're going to talk about that a little later on, too. See, the good Reverend Dr. Price, he gave me 2 hours to talk to you all, so I'm going to get to all those points, okay?
All right, people, y'all see what it is. You see what it is. You know what it is. This is real. This is definitely real, people. And I want to say something to my audience. Listen, I put this receipt up last year in September, and it went viral. And for those of you that don't believe that they get this type of money, shame on you. They're not going to show you, but it came out more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times. This is a sanctuary city, and they are protecting undocumented immigrants. They are protecting them, period. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. I'm still here, 609. I'll be with you in a minute. 609, I'll be with you in a minute. They are protecting them. And that is real, people. This is real. Nobody want to believe it. This is not made up, people. I promise you. This is not AI generated. Please, I promise you it's not, people. This is real. Anybody know that follow me, you know I'm about the truth. That's what I'm about. No fake stuff here. No pulling no stunts. No pulling no stunts. All right, 609, did you want to say anything else?
You know what? I'm looking at you, and I'm going to be honest. I am so proud and grateful. You as a black man, whether you are a father or husband, it doesn't matter, a single guy. I am so grateful for you. You are beautiful in my eyesight because me as a black woman, you know, I've been married for 40 years. And I'm saying to you that what you putting out, we need to know this. And Dr. Anderson, if you will, what he just described, that's the same thing I talked about. I said the same thing. And our black people, the thing is, what we got to do, prayer got us through, like saying our ancestors, whatever, when it was beaten and all the stuff they endured, the mother and the father and the sister and the brother had to have children. It was a business. They now you can look at it like saying they fed the black kids to alligators. And when they fed them to alligators, it was entertainment. This is entertainment in Chicago for them to do what they're doing. But at the same token, I promise you, I want all the black women be submissive and follow the word. If you are submissive unto your man, husband, child, father, let him lead. Let him lead where he don't have to go anywhere else. Everything is there. And I'm going to close it with this. I'm telling you, a black man, a black American.
I think she hung up probably by mistake. I'm sorry. But, it cuts it off. Let me just say something to my black people. Black people, listen. We're not preaching hate. We're preaching the truth. Some folks just can't handle the truth. Trust me. What I got before you on this screen is real. I would never play with no one's intelligent. Never. The intelligence. I wouldn't play with that. This is real. I put this up on my Facebook page last year in September in 2024. That's what I did. And everybody laughed at me and talked about me, and they found out that everything that I was saying was true. Listen, people, these people don't like us, period. They don't care nothing about no Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. They don't care about no slavery and Jim Crow, the mass incarceration. They can care less about that. Period. You're nothing to them. They can't stand your guts. And I noticed about some black people, they love saying brown to make them feel above brown. And some of you people that speak up for brown people, you can't stand black people at all. At all. You wonder why you don't see a lot of black people fighting against ICE. Have you ever wondered why? Because they know it's not their fight. It's not. It's not. Trust me. Well, you said, well, Martin, it's very inhumane for them to split up families. Well, we were split up. It's very inhumane to break laws. See, it's not our fault that the government allow them in this country, then screaming, hey, you here illegally. It's not our fault. Trust me. To my Mexican family, my Caribbean family, a lot of you were asked to come over here. And I'm not going to be mad at you. But I see a lot of you waving the flag of another country, but you won't go back to your country. And to my black people, how is it that you call black people lazy and we got over over $1 trillion spending power? None of us. Sister, I'm going to ask you one more time not to call. I'm going to put your number on the screen. I'm going to put your number up on the screen. I don't want you to do that. You're done. I'm asking you not to call, or I'm going to put your number out there on the screen, and you're going to get a lot of calls, and you're not going to like it. So I'm asking you not to call in. I'm asking you. If you know me, respect me. Don't call in. Period. Because you're disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Announce I'm sick of your motherfucker.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
That's probably, you know what? I'm going to tell you what that is, people. That's a Hispanic. Somebody got Hispanic ties. I'm telling you exactly what it is, people. I already know what it is. They're upset. about that because they've been exposed. That's what it is, people. They don't see black people. As long as we in the dark and we ain't saying nothing, we good. Amos Wilson said, he said this, is either we can live in racial tension and be very prosperous, or live in peace and harmony with them and be broke.
Y'all done made me mad. I forgot what I was mad about.
Yeah, ignorance. Yeah, live, uncut, unedited. Mad, ain't nobody mad but the devil tonight. See, you got a lot of people that look like us, but they not of us. They not of us, people. I'm telling you, they are not of us. They look black. They talk black. They dress black. They got some black children, but they're not with us. They're not with us, people. I'm telling you. I'm telling you the truth. Now, I'll be bogus if I put a number on this screen here. Real talk. All right. This is real. Some folks don't see nothing wrong with the immigrants coming here, being here. There's an influx. And it got to go. Period. I'm not standing in the way of ICE. And they trying to include black people. Oh, they're arresting black people. You got black people that's here undocumented. They got to go too. They got to go. Sorry, they have to go. They have to go. I got my brother 206 coming in. 206. All right. He coming in. Hold on. All right. They got to go. All right. They got to go, people. I love being black. I love black people.
206.
Yeah. Hey, my brother, go ahead.
I joined.
Go ahead, my brother.
You said 206?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes. Good to hear from you. Great show. And, you know, we talked about this earlier. When we talk about something real that needs to be discussed, problems that need to be solved, the fools, the ghouls, and the goblins come out of nowhere, and then there they are. When the Mexican female caller, when she said the MF word, the mother effers, she said it just like an old Mexican. She said it just like a Mexican female. And she exposed herself on that one. They don't curse like we curse. They curse like they curse. As soon as she got to saying some bad words, then she gave herself away. Let me say this, and then I'm gonna get off and not take up too much time. You heard about the South Shore Apartments?
Yes, I heard about it. Yes,
the raid down there, right?
Right.
And now that's down there. I got a RSS feed from a organization called Block Club Chicago. It's a lot of interesting stuff in there. And I haven't read the articles yet, but that's at 7500 South Lakeshore Drive, right?
Right.
But then I did some research, and check this out. Now, my friend of mine that I went to high school with, he said that they took a lot of immigrants and moved them down in that South Shore area. It's right there on the lakefront. And they got little businesses and little food trucks and stuff. And it's not just the Venezuelans, a lot of Mexicans and whatnot down there.
Mm-hmm.
And the dude who's the alderman and the U.S. representative, Chuy Garcia and Delia Ramirez, they support these people coming up in there. But check this part out. Check this. Here's a headline from Block Club Chicago. It says, Quantum Shore Project breaks ground at former U.S. Steel South Work site. Some residents are calling for a community benefits agreement and more investment on the southeast side. And this it's got a picture of Pritzker's little fat little Miss Piggy looking self and some other politicians. But this is 8080 South DuSable Lakeshore Drive, and what they're doing is the next big thing in computers is quantum computing. And they're in the beginning process of making Chicago a hub for the new computer technology. You know, you got AI, which is new, but it's not new. You know, it's out there now. But quantum computing is bigger than AI. And I knew when they start taking these immigrants
and start putting them in specific locations, that tells me that they have very lucrative, big wealth building plans for those areas. And in the United States of America, they never, ever, ever want to share any wealth from us. They just want to take wealth from us. So like I said before, and like you said, and a lot of callers, they're replacing us. And then when we're gone, then they're going to invest billions and billions of dollars into this area, the beautification, 15-minute cities, high-tech innovation, all of these spin-off businesses and all this money, and they want all Hispanics and all foreigners down there. We got to fight this, because this is billions of dollars that they're going to invest in the southeast part of Chicago where the steel mills used to be. I knew they were going to do something with that money. And if the fool calls in and keeps calling, don't get yourself in trouble, Brother Martin.
I won't.
But if you do put our number on the screen,
I wouldn't do it.
You ain't gonna do it?
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Okay,
I'm not gonna do it.
All right.
I don't.
All right. I was
since
hoping you would.
Listen, since you've been knowing me, you've never known me to put anyone's phone number up on there. She's a little intoxicated.
Yeah, that's true.
She's a Hispanic, and you can tell she probably got some black children too as well. But she's feeling a certain way.
Might.
You know, she's
She's
feeling
probably
a certain
fat. Don't look as good in the mirror as she used to look.
Yeah.
She's having a bad day.
You know, I'm sorry.
I'll mute my line.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much.
I'll mute my line, bro.
All right. All right. You know, everybody know I'm patient. Yeah, I'm very patient. See, a lot of people, they don't like you talking about undocumented people. They don't like that. You know, some of them have parents that's undocumented. And I understand that. I understand that you have parents. I understand you have parents. I understand that you have brothers and sisters that are undocumented. But at least they have a place to go back
that's
to.
a personal.
Yeah, that's personal. Yeah.
That's a personal problem. That's not our problem.
Right. That's right. They have a place to go. They have a place to go back to. Yeah, this is real talk. We know about all this hidden bias stuff. All right. All right. This is a great show. I mean, it was just going on and people was going crazy. I mean, I would have allowed her to talk. I mean, if I know her, she still can talk and put her feelings on here. But when you want to out-talk the host, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to let you come on this platform and out-talk me, overshout me and scream.
That's not going to happen.
Anybody know I give people freedom. I share this platform with the public. And go on one of these other big talk shows, one of these YouTubers, content creators. You're not getting on their platform. They don't know you. And if you're not talking what they want to hear, slam, they're hanging up on you. And you know, 206, I'm not a Republican, but I allow Democrats.
Right.
And I always say, if you're going to be a Republican, be one for black people. If you're going to be a Democrat, be for the black people. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
I can't tell nobody what side to stand on, and do what you do. Do what your heart tell you to do. Now, I am a Democrat. I don't believe in same-sex marriage. I don't believe in abortions or transgenders walking into a woman's bathroom. I don't believe in none of that stuff. So I have to vote my interests. I don't believe in that. And I hold on to it dear. And I'm not going to act like I don't know what's going on in the Democratic Party, period. And one thing I can say, 206, there are no white racists nor Donald Trump running the city of Chicago. So we can't blame the problems that we have on our local politics on Donald Trump. We can't do it. Can't do it. I have a lot of folks, they unfollow me, they get mad at me because they can't stand Republicans. Well, Republicans here to stay. So if you don't like them, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Listen, if you knew anything about politics, the golden rule in politics, Brother 206, is that there are no permanent enemies in politics. No permanent enemies. That's the golden rule. For you uneducated, political minded people, I'm here to let you know that there is no permanent enemies at all. I just want to let you know that. I want you guys to know that. And this is a great show. This is a great show. And the immigrants, they are running. They are hiding. They are hiding. They are hiding, people. Trust me, they are hiding. They don't care nothing about your black self. Period. Somebody said, well, I live next door to some undocumented immigrants. Okay. They undocumented. What can we say? They wasn't forced to come over in America. They came on their own, on a free will. Free will. That's it.
Hey, Martin.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Let me just, if you don't mind,
Go
let me
ahead.
just real quick say,
Go ahead.
remind us of a couple things. You know, people, for a lot of people, politics is like religion, and they get all emotionally involved and all worked up and everything. That's not how politics works. Politics is about what's practical, what works, and where you can get the results you need to get within the confines of the law. And a lot of black folks are anti-Republican and this or that. Don't forget, y'all, the part of the Constitution that benefited us the greatest, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, those were signed by members and initiated and signed into law and put in the Constitution by members of the Republican Party, not the Democrats. Frederick Douglass had Republican affiliations and Republican Party leaning. So over time, it's fluid. Over time, your political affiliations and loyalties will change because over time, people's usefulness to you and the assistance that they give you changes. You work with people that are willing to work with you. That's how it works. Mm-hmm. If there was the booty shaking party, and the booty shaking party arranged for us to not have to advance property ownership in the black community, and looking at a reconstruction and finding a reason that we shouldn't have to pay property taxes or estate taxes when we die, so we can hand all of our wealth over to our offspring, then guess who I'd be voting for? I'd be in the booth flipping the switch for the booty shaking party. It wouldn't make me no difference. Mm-hmm. And a second thing that we have to keep in mind that the woman said earlier in the call, she was talking about how these women, these Mexican women, be crying for their husbands, and I hear somebody called in, so I'm
no, keep talking. That's how I'm troll tonight. That's that troll.
Okay.
That's that troll.
Okay, that's
she
troll.
ain't warm enough to be. She a troll. She ain't warm enough to talk. No, you ain't.
Buenos noches.
Go ahead.
She said the sister said that it wasn't love per se. It was the fact that the men were the breadwinners, but she also said a lot of them were child molesters and pedophiles. And she is not lying. She ain't lying. If you look at, Trump is going after these illegal immigrants with criminal records. One of the biggest crimes that they commit is child molestation and child rape. When the migrants, you probably don't remember this, Martin, but when the migrants first came to Chicago, I remember the first outrage that they committed against the people of the city of Chicago was in one of the parks. It might have been Grant Park or Jackson Park. There was a black family having a barbecue or doing something.
That was South Shore. That was a Rainbow Beach. That was
South Shore?
Rainbow Beach. Yeah,
that's it. That's Rainbow Beach.
Yeah.
Snatched her in the bathroom and raped her in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I said we're gonna see a lot more of this because that's what these people do. They gotta go, baby. They gotta go. And take this fool on the call with them. Y'all got to go. I'll leave my line. Adios, mi amiga. Adios.
Right. Adios. All right. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. All right. Miss Anonymous, you done. She's done. She's done.
Do not hang up on me.
You drunk.
I turned it up or not. Mark.
I hung up on everybody. We ain't taking no more calls, so that'll be it. That'll be it, people. We're not taking any more calls until I open it back up. So Now y'all got to listen to Martin Johnson now. Yeah. All right. Come on in, people. Some people are drunk and they mad because they've been exposed. Ain't nobody mad tonight but the devil. That's it. That's it. Listen, people, we have to continue to fight this fight. We're in a fight. We're in a war, people. This is a war. And we're fighting for survival. We're in a competition. We're in a race, people. Don't go to sleep. Wake up. Wake up, people. We have no friends. John Henry Clark told us, Black people, we don't have no friends. We have no friends, period. And that's real talk. This immigrant thing, this illegal, undocumented immigrants here in the city of Chicago is not right. And you know it. We had a homeless camp right there, right off Roosevelt. We call it Tent City. Here's the people. Here's the people. I'll go my friend Doris. Hey, Mama Doris. Yeah, that's all right. You can call this line. You good. Come on, Mama Doris. Come on. We can hear you. Come on, you good. Don't worry about it. I'll put you on. Go ahead. Come on. Good.
Good evening, please.
Good evening.
What's the topic?
We was talking about this money that the immigrants are getting. That's what we were talking about.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was telling people, remember when they first came here, people was feeling sorry for them. They were sleeping at the police station, and all Black people saying, leave those people alone. They just trying to come here, have a better life and all. And the moment Black people found out about the resources that they were getting, all of a sudden they didn't too much care about the same people that they thought they care about.
Oh, kind of like it was the other night, the same kind of topic.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to stay on a little while, not too long.
No, go ahead and talk, Mama Doris. It's almost over. I'll give you a few minutes to educate us, our people, or something.
Oh, the show is almost over?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I just get the notice that you were on. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you were right. And as I said the other night, we didn't really understand what was going on. And, Black people have been conditioned to feel sorry for everybody but ourselves, to look out for everybody but ourselves. In fact, they've even as I said, they made us feel guilty if we don't support other people when they're having their own experiences, which is ludicrous and which is really unfair and misleading. We've been misled by ministers, politicians, and organizations. So it's really not our fault in a way, because we tend to listen to our leadership, and they're not always right. But I'm just so glad that we are waking up. We're waking up and we're seeing what is going on, because, as I've said so many times, this is really about the Democratic Party trying to build an additional base so they can have the votes that they need to try to keep in power. It's all about removing us from the land and really, removing us from the voting roll if they don't need us. That's what this is all about. As I've always said, history is repeating itself. This is what happened during the 1800s. Black people were impacted economically by the surge of immigrants during that time, who were Europeans. And the Nate Johnson-Reed Act of 1924 is really what stopped that surge. It went from 700 some thousand a year down to 200 and some thousand a year. And that went on until 1965. And it was because of the Johnson-Reed Act of 1924 that Black people were able to leave the South, because there was no work, we're just coming out of slavery practically. and there was no work. And when that act was passed, it stopped that immigration surge, and Black people were able to come to the North and work in the factories, work in the stockyards, work in the automobile industry and other industries in the North. And that's how the Black middle class was propelled. And out of that middle class, you had the Dr. Kings and others who became educated. And we had the historically Black colleges. And so that Black middle class propelled Dr. King to his station in life and coming up on up to the Civil Rights Movement, Civil Rights Act of 64 and 65. And in 1965, Johnson put that naturalization immigration act or law back into that. He slipped it into that Voting Rights Act. I don't think they really knew that he was doing that and what it would mean. And so that's why we are where we are today, because it started that surge of European immigrants again into this country. And it was in the North. And so the industrialists, once that act again, the industrialists just capitalized and encouraged the politicians to start bringing Europeans back into this country again, because it's never been meant for us to progress economically or any other way. So that 1924 Johnson Reed Act was so significant. Had it not been for that act, we would not be where we are today. We wouldn't have what we have today because we didn't have anything. So, our politicians, Jesse Jr., Jonathan, Danny, if they have any sense of history, they should know this. They should know this. And many of them do, but now they're just on this agenda of pushing immigration, illegal immigration, to our demise. And not just illegal, but legal immigration. It's to our demise, and you can see it, in jobs, in everything. We're not getting the jobs. And then, they started this whole concept where Black folks don't want to work. And we bought into all that, Martin. And then we start saying our people don't want to work, our people lazy. Our people are not lazy, have never been lazy. What has happened, we're being knocked out of these opportunities today as we were before that 1924 Johnson Reed Act. We're not lazy. Our people built this country. We worked over almost 300 years free of labor. So we must resist people who attack our people this way, who attack our history, because it is not true. I mean, we're going through some difficult times, and we're going to have to push back, and we're going to have to go after these Black politicians. Now, what is very disturbing to me tonight is how Brandon Johnson is using our history, and he plays the race card with it. He talks about our suffering and Black women being handcuffed, Black children get zip ties. And he's lying in many instances, but he's using our history to advance the agenda of another group of people. These Hispanics have only been here 30, 35 years. So every immigrant that's in this country, they're in here because of us. They're eating off our plates. They have not fought for anything. And it's so disturbing to me to have our politicians not protecting this. We don't have lawyers to speak for us and protect us. We don't have anyone speaking for us. So the grassroots people are going to have to do just what we're doing, speak for ourselves, and we're going to have to come after our own. We've got to come after our own because they have these Black faces there because they knew that we would not be challenging them because they look like us. But these people are not for Black folks. I mean, all you hear them talk about is immigration, illegal immigration. They don't say illegal; they just say immigration. These people are here
Mm-hmm.
illegal, and so we have to resist them. If we don't, it's going to get worse. Just think about it, Mark. I look at it as divine intervention. What
Mm-hmm.
if the Democrats had won? If the Democrats had won, we could literally give it up. And there's a parallel back in before the 1924 Johnson Reed Act was passed. There were 25 million immigrants in the country at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Look at today. Look at today, 2025. Look at what happened during the Biden administration. We had never had a surge. They were always coming in here, but never a surge like what we have today. And it's like 20 million. Look at that parallel between now and 100 years ago.
Mm.
It's serious. It's serious. And it scares me. It really scares me because, as I always say, I'm really concerned about our children, about our future. And, the trend there, you got the Cianola gang, you got the M13, you got the Tren de Aragua. These are the most notorious gangs in the world. And yesterday, when they mentioned it, when Brandon Johnson was on CNN, and they were talking about what had happened here, and he was talking about over there in that house, that apartment complex. Did you know that apartment complex, that building had been not condemned, but people were not supposed to be in there? Did you know
No,
that?
I didn't know that until I heard it.
They were not supposed to be in there. The Tren de Aragua went in and took over that building. I saw a podcast where this brother was a janitor in that building at one time,
I saw
and
it too.
he saw that they destroyed that building. So when these people come in here, they know where to go. This country has the best intelligence in the world. They know where we all are. So it was not by happenstance. They knew they were in there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then, and then I think there was some drug addicts who were living in there at one time. Okay, if anybody was in that building, they were not supposed to be in that building because some of the residents who used to live there, they have been complaining to the city about the violations, and they did nothing about it. They didn't do anything to that landlord. So here again, our people are caught in a web. It doesn't have anything to do with us, so we just need to stand down, let ICE do what they're supposed to do, because this, as I said the other night, what Donald Trump is doing it's not the first time. This is historical. Eisenhower did, Kennedy did it. And if we were out there, to tell you the truth, they're being very lenient with these people. Martin, if these were black men out there doing what these people are doing, they would lock them up or they would kill them. They would kill us.
That is
That's
so
their
true.
history.
So true. So
That's
true.
their history. So black men, black women, move out of the way. And because they cannot deport black American citizens, they're not going to do anything to you but lock you up if you're in the way.
Yeah, that's it. That's it,
So
Mama
just,
Doris.
just stay out of the way.
Stay out the way.
Stay at home.
Yeah, stay out the
My
way.
goodness. So, and and Pritzker and Brandon Johnson, he can lock them up.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon is talking so big and all these executive orders. It does not mean anything when it comes to the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think what's going to eventually happen, Donald Trump is going to institute that Insurrection Act. He can do that. And if he does that, he can lock them all up. Even Pritzker and Brandon Johnson, because they are really inciting a riot.
A riot.
A riot. They're inciting a riot. They're encouraging these people to do what they're doing. You know, you're going to ram a car into the back of a car where you get ICE agents. You're going to ram a car into one of those agents. Those are federal agents, and that is a federal offense. And like I said, they're being lenient to them because you and I know what they do to us when we get out there and protest.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just furious. I'm furious, and I don't like the fact that Brandon Johnson do not use our history and compare our history to these people. There's no history in the world. There's no racial group or ethnic group in the world that you can compare to our suffering, to what we have gone through here in this country. This is our country. We built it. I'm not going any place because I don't have any place to go. So they need to they need to take them out of here. And these employers, they're benefiting from the low wages. That's hurting all of the wages that we have won as a result of organizing unions so that we could get a better wages. They're doing away with all that.
Yeah.
Because you got people who will come in here and work for $4 an hour instead of $7 an hour or $8 an hour. These employers, they're getting over like a fat rat. They're getting richer and richer. So we've just got to focus on us. Focus on Black people. We can't afford to focus on other people. Look at our condition. Look at our condition. The Urban League study, the Urban League, you know, they put out a study every year, the state of Black Chicago. By 2050, we will have zero wealth. Zero. A few years ago, there was a study out in Boston, Massachusetts. The study, the average wealth, listen to this, you can Google it. The average wealth of Black people in Boston University, Boston, when they did that study a few years ago, was $8. White folks were 200 and some thousand. Ours was $8. I had to read it again.
Wow.
It's all about economics. These people come here to work. They come here specifically to work, and they send their money back to Africa, send their money back to Mexico, Colombia, the Caribbean. They help to finance those countries by coming here, taking jobs away from us. And when people say, well, what jobs are they taking? All of them. Construction, in the medical field, construction across the board. The hotels downtown, the waiters, the butler, the maids, all of that. We used to have those jobs. So don't tell me, I'm tired of people saying Black people don't want to work. Oh, yes, they do. Last summer, Martin, you know, they had a jobs fair for the Hispanics and didn't anybody know anything about it. It was kept quiet. And Rahm Emanuel's New American Plan, that document that Rahm Emanuel put together was for immigrants only. I mean, the way it's set up, they have provided these people with everything that they need. And then you hear they're talking about, oh, I bought a house. How in the hell is somebody going to come from wherever they came from and you got a house in a year's time with the help of the government, local, state, and national? They didn't give us anything. When we got off the bow, came out of the bows of those ships, we were raggedy and wretched and everything. Nobody gave us anything. Then they enslaved us for 240 years, 90 years of Reconstruction, Jim Crow. And we had nothing. But you know what? We built towns. There were 25 towns that we built. They burned them down, but we built them.
Mm-hmm.
We built them. And I'm just convinced, Martin, that the only way we are going to save ourselves, we're already segregated in these communities. We must come together and protect our communities, make our communities safe, make our communities clean. We have got to come together as Black people because we have no allies, we have no friends. We are all alone. Nobody cares. Nobody likes us. These people don't care about us, and it's all right. But we have to fight for these resources. We have to protect ourselves, our families, our children. Nobody's going to do that but us, and we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it.
Yes.
But we got to change that mindset. We got to change that mindset. So these conversations are good, and I will urge my people, just study. Study. You got this phone, you can find out anything that you want to find out on this little phone that we will not let go during the day. The only time we'll let it go is maybe when we are asleep. But it's powerful. We can organize around that. We can talk to our children instead of when you tell these children talking, let's organize, run downtown. No, organize and march around that alderman's office, march around City Hall, and demand that we get the resources that we need for our schools, for our parks, for our communities. That's what you organize to do, not go downtown and act a fool, standing on top of cars, twerking little girls. Little girls, you are little queens. You are the future. Take back your virtue. Put some clothes on.
Tell the truth.
Put some clothes on. But this is the responsibility of the adults, the grandmothers and the aunts. We've got to stop this destructive behavior that they have forced on us. It's all by design. You know, they talk about black women had 70% of the household. Well, 55% of Hispanic women are single mothers. 27% of white women, or a little more, are single mothers. Why aren't they focusing on that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they take these figures and they throw them out there, and then they attack us. You know, the FBI, the Justice Department, there are 30 different categories of crime. White people lead every category with the exception of 2. And that those 2 are us killing each other. And then I think it's with gambling. But 80% of white people are killed by white people. So we've got to counterattack these statements that they throw out there. Okay? What about the 55% of Hispanics who are single mothers? And the 27% or more of white women who are single mothers? You know, they want to paint us as the most immoral, the most decadent, the most violent. We are the most loving people on the face of this earth. And so that's what we have to do. So we have to do.
All right, Mama Doris.
So
go ahead.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
Thank you so much. We're gonna end it with that.
Thank you, Mama Doris. I want to just say good night to everyone, and let's keep it going.
That's right. Let's keep it going. All right.
Thank you.
You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. I love being Black. All right, people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank my guests. All right. Make sure you guys share the video. Hit like on YouTube. I need 100 likes on YouTube. 100 likes. Please do that.